Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Acrysil, which can be a big wealth creator if we go along forward for the next 2 years. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Acrysil, here's a small request to kindly support me on Patreon. Once you do that, help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts I put up from time to time. And if you can pay $100 upfront, you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. Now about the company. Established in 1987, Acrysil provides a number of home improvement products. Their products include quart sinks, chimneys, dishwashers, ice chillers, oven, refrigerators, and many other products. They are all IoT based products and they have global presence. The market cap of the company is around 1660 crores. It is a pure economy play. In terms of the financials, these are Q4 FY22 numbers. So sales went up by 38%, which was pretty commendable considering the kind of situation we are in currently. The business environment is not that great, but the profit went up by 12.5%. So the margins got hit. So margins of around 26% came out. This was around 29% last year, so it dipped sharply from higher margins last time around. So again, another company that had margins that got hit badly. A low combined promoter and institutional holding is there. It's a virtually debt-free company, but you need to understand that it's a very small cap company of only less than 2000 crore market cap. So, what has been ailing this whole industry, not only the stock but the whole industry? Global economic slump. See, this company also exports to more than 20 countries abroad and sells in India, and there is a complete economic slump in Europe, in US. Both UK and US are nearly going into recession. Raw material costs have jumped, and although it is now at the peak, and probably may decline going forward. But over the last 2-3 quarters, the expenses through raw material cost has been humongous for most of the Indian companies. And the current situation has worsened the issue. So basically, the raw material costs were high even 1 year back, 2 years back, post the pandemic, and during that. But things have got even worse in the current situation with whatever is happening in Russia and the global oil, you can say, prices, the way the oil prices are behaving. So this is all combined into something, a big snowball for companies like companies like Acrysil. A decline in construction activity is also a reason. See, over the last 3-4 years, although there have been a lot of hue and cry and a lot of talk about that the construction activity and real estate activity is back in shape and everything else, but the numbers do not suggest that. Many of the companies, real estate companies, are not coming out with big numbers, and that shows that on the ground things have not moved that quickly. So over the last 3 years, things have not moved that greatly, and so the numbers have remained subdued because this is directly related to more kitchens being built and more houses being built, and which is not quite, it doesn't seem like will happen going forward also because of the higher interest rates. But things should get better in 2 or 3 quarters time, because higher interest rates is not that of a worry than the inflation, and inflation should be capped over the next 2 quarters to a particular extent. It had lofty valuations about say 1 year back, 6-8 months back, and now it has corrected sharply. So extreme valuations also led to the stock falling from the top, and there was a complete mid cap sell off from 2019 onwards. And we saw that happening again from October 2021, and the way the mid and small cap stocks have been sold off. So that was also one of the reasons for the stock to fall sharply. So, what are the salient features of the company? It has global presence, as I said, in more than 25 nations it exports, which is quite a good thing. Having a number of products in various segments, apart from kitchen accessory, they also make other kinds of products for housing. So, basically, it is an housing ancillary kind of a play, housing improvement play, a debt-free company at that, and low market cap for such a business. So if you look at it, it's trading at a market cap of 1660 crores, and having sales which would be northwards of something like 650 crores or so. So trading at very interesting valuations, not very cheap but not expensive either. Valuations are very reasonable, and looking to expand sales 3x in the next 10 years would be something that we would be looking at, because the sales is going to grow many folds. It's going to go up 30-40%. That's what the management has come out with. Q2 numbers were good, although Q3 Q4 numbers weren't that great, but the Q2 numbers were pretty good in that regard. So, in my opinion, it is a top a 2 year pick. It has been 6x in 2021. It has gone up sharply from around 100 rupees all the way to, in fact, it went up 7 8x to 900 rupees or something. But it has declined over the last few months. Over the last few months, it has gone down in value, and now is around major long term supports. I think around 550 600. So, when I made the presentation, it was trading at around 550 600, and it was at very interesting levels. So now it has moved up from there about 80 to 100 rupees. Valuations have become attractive with growth sustaining at over 30%. But at the moment, we have seen that maybe for the next 2 3 months the stock may not move, but hopefully from the festive season things will get better. Inflationary pressures look like settling down. I believe from September October onwards, inflationary pressures should settle down to a reasonable level and should perform big in this festive season. I believe that this time around it will be a clean festive season, so things should look better on that front. Over the next 2 years can have an EPS of around 34 rupees. Right now it is trading at a very reasonable valuations, taking that into account, less than 20 times. At a PE of around 35, the stock should be beyond 1100 by 2024. I believe 1000 is a very realistic possibility over the next 2 years for the stock to be. If there is a decline towards say 580 570, it's a very good buy. I think with the kind of EPS that I'm looking at, the stock should surge towards 1000 over the next couple of years. So, in my opinion, what needs to be done, buy only if you have a 2 to 3 year time frame. So, this could be a 2 year gem, or it could for sure over a 3 year period cross 1000. So, that's why you should have a 2.5 to 3 year time frame, because in this market, there is a kind of a lull in the market that is taking place. So, it will take time for things to materialize, especially on the mid and small cap front. May see consistent 30% year on year growth in terms of profitability and on top line. And these are good levels to start accumulating. Around 600 to 550 would be very good levels to buy. Your final stop loss is 500. Even in a long term trade, keep a stop loss so that you don't lose a lot. And the sector should do well over a 3 year period with the kind of things that are happening around here in India with respect to buying houses, etc. I think over the next 3 years things should be better. So this was my video on Acrysil. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.